So this young lady, how many people have seen Landy Martin train before in person? Okay, so you kind of know what to expect. Y'all kind of know what to expect. But she's going to be doing a session today on building your business, doing relationship marketing, because it can apply to anything you want to do. But at the end of the day, if I don't like you, I'm not going to work with you. That's just quite frank, and vice versa. I don't care what you bring to the table. And vice versa. It's a certain relationship that you have to learn how to cultivate. That can be done a lot of different ways. She's one of the top earners in our company, super excited, massive team. Everybody loves her. She does our product trainings every single Tuesday, and she has that position and platform because she's earned it over the years of being not just a product expert, but also a very good team builder, and she makes a lot of money too, so that's that part. So that being said, the one and only.
I just want to say, if anybody understands relationship marketing, it's that guy right there.
Absolutely.
He does a great job of building relationships, and that is why all you guys are here, and Chuck as well. So, thank goodness for Keith and Veronica. Give it up for them one more time. Learned a whole lot of things. I mean, I was just, I met Veronica at a corporate event, and she blew me away, and really blew it out of the water this time. So, we're just very blessed to have the best trainers here, I think, and industry leadership and experience and people who care. People who care. And that's why I'm so excited to talk to you about relationship marketing, because I feel like we really do a pretty good job of that on this team. So I'm going to ask you guys for a show of hands. How many of you guys have been ghosted or ignored somewhere in the process of either your prospecting, maybe they ordered, then they went away, okay? Maybe you're following up and they went away, right? They just disappeared, okay? What about blocked? How many people? I'm gonna raise my hands. So, when I got started a few years ago in network marketing, I didn't really know and understand a lot about it, and my background was in traditional business. And if I could just throw a commercial out there in front of enough people, then I would get people into my store to shop. And so I thought, man, these products are so great. They're wonderful. If I can just get this link in front of as many people as possible, then I'll be successful. But what happened is I got ignored, I got rejected, and I got blocked, okay? Because nobody wants to see a link in their mailbox when you hadn't talked to them ever, or in 20 years, or whatever. So, relationship marketing is going to boost your sales without being salesy, because we're going to put that relationship ahead of the products and the sales, okay? Now, the products and the sales are very important, right? We wouldn't be here without them.
Exactly.
But we know that nobody's going to buy anything from us if they don't trust us. So when I got some results, I realized the people that were ordering from me and were joining me, I had a little bit of trust already there. I had a little bit of relationship already there. They weren't blocking me and stuff because they already had trust. So I want to talk today about that importance of trust, okay? Imagine calling your doctor and saying, hey doc, I don't feel well today. And the doctor said, here's my link. We have 80 or 90 pharmaceuticals. Just go pick one out. Let me know how it works out for you. But yet that's what I was doing. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people do when they don't know what they're doing, is we're not qualifying. We're not asking the right questions. People love to talk about themselves. If we just ask questions and let them talk, then we're going to have every opportunity to bring that link in front of them, okay? So really it's just all about timing. So relationship marketing at its core is leading with love, okay? It's leading with a heart to serve, okay? Instead of being self-serving and just trying to blast your link, per se, it's going to be about establishing that trust and rapport first, okay? There's a great quote by Mark McCorman. He's the legendary founder and CEO of ING, and he says, all things being equal, people will do business with a friend. All things being unequal, people will do business with a friend. So what that means, well, 82% of people consult with their friends before they buy or anything. So relationships are very important, okay? So there's 3 concepts that I want you to get down before I dive in. I'm going to talk about 6 components of how to build this relationship marketing up, because no matter how you get your leads, okay, whether you're texting, whether you're sending out postcards, whether you're meeting people in the street, if you don't develop relationships and deepen those relationships, you'll burn yourself out. You'll never have a long-lasting business, because relationships are the bedrock of any successful business. They truly are. They are the bedrock of any successful business. So the first concept I want to write down is that relationships are duty. I don't know if y'all can see this or what, but so relationships are duty, okay? It's not an option. So deepening and developing relationships is a requirement for success, especially long-term success. How many of you guys in here have received a greeting card from someone that just touched your heart, okay? Brought tears to your eyes or something like that? Hopefully everybody in here can raise their hand. You received a card that it really got to you, right? How many of you have gotten or have a whole drawer full of those cards? I mean, come on, surely more people. And it's not just in the U.S. I think worldwide, we all have some cards or something that we've been given that meant so much to us. It's in a little special drawer in our house. It's going to move from house to house, from state to state, or whatever, right? It's probably going to be there when we go on, because we just can't bring ourselves to throw it away, right? So how many of you guys have received that postcard from the dentist that just says, "Happy birthday, Muriel"? Who all gets those? Okay. Yeah, everybody's gotten that. Oh, gosh, I think more hands were raised there than the greeting cards.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. So what's the difference here? When you get that card from the dentist, is that card going to go in that little special drawer that you're never going to throw away? I mean, it's nice, right? When the insurance guy or the real estate person or whoever sends you the little card. And I love postcards because I send them all the time. But the difference in that and taking an extra 3 to 5 seconds to write something special, okay, that's the difference in that and the greeting card, and that's the difference in how you feel, okay? So what I'm trying to say is you want to be that greeting card for people. You want your relationship to be such that they don't want to throw it in the trash, okay? They don't want to throw it away, and they don't want to ghost you. So number 2 is going to be, we're going to seek to serve first. So we are going to bring value first to the relationship. How can we help them? Not how can we get them, how can we sell them? Because the minute we start doing that, nobody likes to be sold, right? The minute we start trying to sell them, we notice the resistance, the walls go up, right? So we're going to seek to serve first. What's going to happen is when we invest in relationships, people are going to be more likely to do business with us. And they're going to be more likely to tell someone else about us instead of ignore us. So I think of prospects as like tiny bank accounts. So if you had a bank account that you had never put a deposit in at all, and you went and tried to withdraw money out of it, what would you get? Right. So when we deal with people and we seek to serve first, we are looking for ways to deposit goodwill into that relationship. No matter what it is. It could be a message that just makes their day. Hey, just stopping by, wanted to say hi, hope you're having an awesome week. Happy birthday, that's a deposit, okay? Found an article, they're interested in something, that's a deposit. Maybe you're providing value on your page about a certain topic that your crowd loves. That's another deposit, okay? Now, throughout your relationship, when you have the opportunity, and they're going to talk about themselves, right? Because we're going to ask open-ended questions. Form, family, occupation, relationships, and motivation. We ask them, people love to talk about themselves. How's your family? Tell me about your kids. They're going to say something at some point. Well, I really would like to stay home with my kids. As a matter of fact, I have to go back to work next month, and I really don't want to. There's your opportunity to invite and share when appropriate. Instead of just inviting when we don't even know if they want it. Remember the doctor's office where they just send you to the pharmaceuticals? We don't want to be that person. We want to make sure they have a need that we can feel. We know they do. We just got to pull it out of them, okay? So we're going to seek to serve first and make sure we're making those deposits of goodwill so that when we do go and we do have the proper opportunity to share something, they're going to be a lot more receptive because we helped them already. And I'm talking about just helping them with anything. Maybe you're a homeschooling mom and they need help with something. You're like, I use this program here. Let me get the link and send it to you. Doesn't always have to be about the business, because the more you help and serve, the more it's going to come back to you. I mean, I think God knew what he was doing when he said that. So, all right, number 3 is we're not going to run over our existing relationships. Can y'all hear me okay in the back? Okay. Well, my mom always said I had a loud mouth, so I guess that works. All right, so when we blast our existing relationships, it kind of damages trust. It kind of runs over our existing trust that we have in a way, okay? When we don't talk to them first and find out their needs, and we don't show them that we care, and we just blast like I did when I first got started. And it took me months, it was several months into it that I was like, wow, this probably isn't the best way to go about this. Because I'm leading with, because I wanted to go to the top and it was all about me. And I get it, like everybody wants that sell. But when we do that, we do some damage, okay? We do some damage. So we don't want to overrun our existing relationship. I'm probably aging myself, but who's seen the movie Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's that guy's name, Ned? Ned Myers, the insurance salesman.
Ned Ryerson.
Ryerson, okay. Yeah, like don't be Ned, right? Because you don't want people running from you. Ned was so obnoxious, like he was just always trying to get someone else his next insurance sale. So we don't want to be that person. Okay, so y'all got the three
I
concepts?
don't really understand that third one. Are you saying people that you already have connected with? When
Your
you say-
existing relationships would be your warm market, like people you know. Now, the only person you can send a link to would be like your best friend, your mom, right off the bat.
Right.
Because anybody else is gonna look at that and go, who is this and why are they sending me a link?
Right.
I mean, let's get real, it just doesn't work. So we gotta qualify first. We want them
Build a
to,
relationship.
yeah,
before you-
yeah, and you can do it quick. I mean,
Yeah.
you can do it quick and you can mass market doing relationship
So
marketing.
run over means you don't do that. You
Yeah,
make that
running
happen.
over your existing relationships means you're taking advantage, like, you can send a link to your mom and your sister, but if you're doing this with somebody maybe you haven't spoken since high school or something, or maybe you just talk every a little bit, they're probably gonna be really put off. It's gonna bring a wall up, like,
Okay,
why are you
we've
trying
heard
to
from
sell
you in
me?
years,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's what that means. So that's the three concepts, okay? Any other questions about that? Is this making sense?
Yes.
Or is it confusing?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm so passionate about it, I just wanna make sure it's coming across. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna talk about 6 components of relationship marketing. And the first one is trust is everything. So when we have trust, the business is fun because we can get right to helping. Okay, it takes away all the awkwardness, all the ickiness, takes away the weirdness. Like when somebody trusts you, you can just get right to helping. Okay, so there are 4 essential ingredients in trust, and the first one is chemistry. And I'm so glad, like Keith even touched on a lot of this, as far as making sure that you kind of have a little rapport with the person, right? So what's chemistry? Chemistry is something
Common.
you have in common, yeah. Anybody else? What do you think chemistry is?
Something
That
that
connection.
Yeah. Something you can relate
Yeah.
about, right? So maybe you love to sew,
Commonality.
golf, whatever. So people, when they get in a conversation, they will work really hard to get rapport. Okay, so chemistry is that they can relate to you, okay, on some level, regardless of what that is. Maybe you're from the Midwest and they're from the Midwest, but find a commonality because if somebody can't relate to you and they don't have chemistry with you, they're never going to trust you. And trust is everything, okay? So we got to have chemistry. We have to show them that they can relate, okay? We got to have something common. So that's number 1. Number 2 is character. Now, a lot of times we say, oh, character's like, Chuck has great character, or whatever. But it's really something, not really that you have, but it's something you do. It's showing people you care. Okay, how are you out in the world? How are you when you're driving on the freeway? I mean, I wasn't very nice yesterday, so we're not going to count that. Because Michelle and I got lost like 4 times. I'm pretty sure some F words came out of my mouth. But really, like, how are you a character? How are you showing people that you care? Are you self-serving? Are you leading with yourself? Are you leading with the heart to serve? Is your Facebook page all about you? Or is it what you can do for others? Yes, it's our page. I get it. But are we turning those posts around and engaging our audience? Offering some kind of value, okay, like that? So we gotta have character, okay? Number 3, competency. Alright, now who does business with people who are incompetent? Anybody? Come on, incompetent?
Not
You
exactly.
doing it? Who hires an incompetent mechanic or plumber to come to their house? Yeah, you want people to be good at what they do, right? Right? You're not gonna trust them if they're not good at what they do. And you're not gonna what? Open up your wallet and give them their money. Nobody's gonna give us their money until they know we're good at what we do. So we gotta show people that we're competent. Are we showing people that? If you're messaging somebody about your business and they come to your Facebook page and they don't even see that you're in business, how competent you think they're gonna think you are? If you're inviting people over to your house and you're talking about stuff, but yet they don't ever see you doing it, they're not gonna, we gotta build the competency. It's an important element of trust, okay? Number 4, okay, and consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
That's big.
And this one right here is the most important when it comes to building trust. How consistent are you in your relationships? How consistent are you reaching out, seeing how people are doing, checking in with them? Just your everyday relationships. How consistent are you at being a product of a product? Are you using the product every day? Are you showing people that you're using the product every day? If you're trying to build on social media, and there's lots of social media. I'm a fan of Facebook, even though they've kicked me off, I think 4 times, just because everybody's there. But you're sitting on a gold mine of leads on Facebook, okay? And it's easy to find things in common there with people and build that trust. But are you showing people that you're consistent at being a product of the product? Are you showing people that you're good at what you do? There are 3 things that people care about when they go to do business with you, okay? 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Sorry. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? If the answer is no to any of these questions, they're never ever going to do business with us. So can they trust you? Do you care about them? And are you good at what you do? And have you shown them that? Are you consistent? Are you showing your character? Okay, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about building a relationship, building up that relationship for relationship marketing. All right, any questions on trust? All right, number 2, we're gonna talk about, these are 6 components, okay? I said it, I didn't write it down. Component, I can't spell it. Okay. Number 2, we're gonna get organized and prioritize. Now, I know this sounds obvious, okay? I thought I was organized for a long time. When I first started, I had piles of index cards and probably hundreds, okay? Day planners, notebooks, I had stuff everywhere in my phone, all this, okay? And I would have to sit and spend so much time just trying to sort through all the names and figure out where I was with that person, like what do I need to do next, are they up on my list? So I recommend getting a contact management system where you can put all your contacts in one place. You can download Facebook, you can upload them into your contact management system. There's lots of them out there, I don't care which one you get. Maybe get something that's geared towards network marketing, because that way it can track your shares and your follow-ups and all that kind of stuff. But we need to get organized because 80% of our sales are gonna come from 20% of our contacts, okay? And we need to know where to spend our time. We need to be spending our time with that 20%. I think a lot of times in network marketing, we're so excited about the next kill, the next recruit, whatever. So we're spending all our time kind of trying to get that next person. And these people that have already bought, that are already raving fans, we're neglecting them a little bit. And this is where our hottest source of leads are gonna be. We're gonna get more introductions to other people, more referrals. And it's also gonna be where our business flourishes, because we're going to be able to bring in other business members and things like that. So we need to be organized in order to do that, okay? And we need to prioritize them, okay? Just with a starring system. Anybody who's ordered with you before, 5 stars, okay? And we've all got that family member we don't want in our business. That one gets 1 star, okay? Because we're probably not going to talk to them. That's okay. They might come to us and want to order someday, right? Or if somebody just flat out told you no, that would be a 1. So we need to be organized so we know when we sit down to work our business, even if we just spend an hour, we know who we're contacting next. We know who's on the, who's the follow-up, who are the customers. We're gonna set a goal to reach out to so many new prospects every day. Maybe 10 prospects a day. Now we're not gonna try to sell them something. We're just gonna reach out, break the ice, and start a relationship. How many team members are we gonna contact every day? How many customers? So we need to set a goal daily. So we wanna be organized, okay? All right, number 3. Start conversations daily, okay? We have to do this daily. This is a requirement. So this is where we're reaching out. We're just breaking the ice. We're just saying, hey Muriel, just stopping by to say hi. I hope you're having an awesome day. Why are we doing that? Because we've never talked to them before. And if we go in there and say, hey, I just started a new business. Would you like to check it out? What are they going to do if we do that? There's going to be so much more rejection and ignoring. So we just break the ice. Hey, you know what's going on? And we wait for that opportunity when that will come to share our products. But it won't come until they've talked to us and told us a little bit about their life, right? Their family, their kids, and whatever. So we want to make sure we're being genuine, and we set a goal for how many prospects a day we're going to connect with, how many customers and how many team members per day. And we want to do this consistently, right? We want to do it consistently. Because a solid network marketing business isn't built just overnight. We have to do this for weeks, right? And we got to put into our relationships. And then over time, we'll have that business that will last forever. And you won't be burned out because you won't be going around, oh, they rejected me, they blocked me, whatever, right? So we got to start conversations daily. And I'm just talking about starting conversations. That's all I'm talking about doing, okay? Because you want a response rate. You want them to respond, not run from you or block you. All right. Any questions so far? Are we awake? Okay. I'm glad we'll get going over. Okay, number 4.
They were knocked out back there. It's okay.
All right, I kind of touched on this, but can y'all see me? Sorry. It's hard to write that word, so long. Invite and share when appropriate. Invite and share when appropriate. Notice how I didn't say we're going to share with everybody. Now, eventually we might, but you're setting on, some of y'all, how many friends do y'all have on Facebook?
5,000.
Wow.
How many?
5,000.
I thought you said 500. I'm like, you lying.
5,000.
Yeah, so a lot of y'all have like 4,000 or 5,000 friends. Even if you have 1,000, you know how long it would take you to just reach out to 10 a day and say, hey, Beth, I noticed we're friends on here. We've never talked. I just wanted to introduce myself and say hi. Okay? Just breaking the ice. What's that going to do? Well, it's going to get their eyeballs over to their page. It's going to be, who's this person messaging me? Angie. I'll tell you what, I've done this a lot, and I've only had one person. I said, hey, Deb, just stopping by. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. One person replied, I don't want to buy anything. Okay? I will tell you, not everybody's going to reply. That's okay. Not everybody's going to reply. But you're going to get a higher response rate. Okay? You're going to get, because when you tell someone hi and you make their day, they're going to say, hey, that's so nice of you. I get that a lot. So, and then you have an opportunity to kind of, what'd you guys do this weekend? Obviously, you're going to ask your questions appropriate to the relationship. I mean, you're not going to start asking someone you've never spoken to their deepest, darkest fears and what they want out of their life. Not right away, right? That's a process. So, all right, so we're going to invite and share appropriate. When appropriate, okay? No blasting. Number 5. We're going to follow up like a pro. Okay? And we're going to follow up like a pro without being annoying. How many people, be honest, feel like they're kind of annoying people sometimes when they follow up? Because I know for me, that was one of my biggest struggles. I'd follow up like 2 or 3 times and I'd be like, whatever, next. Because, well, no. We'll do that separate. But after you kind of follow up with somebody a couple of times, sometimes you start feeling awkward, right? Okay. But if you did a good job building rapport, okay, and you did a good job of sharing when appropriate, like they let you know they had back pain, and you said, hey, this has really helped me or my husband or whoever, and you shared something. Let me ask you guys this first. How many of you guys in here believe in your product?
Yeah.
All the hands went up. Yeah. Great. What about the opportunity? Do you believe it? Do you believe it's life-changing? Okay. It's either changed your life already, or it's changed somebody in your upline, your sideline, your down something. Okay. So if you really believed that your products are life-changing, your opportunity is life-changing, then you're not annoying anybody. Okay. You're helping them. The only way you can change a life would be to what?
Follow up.
To follow up. That's the only way you can change your life. Now, if we're feeling like we're annoying people, tune in. Let me tell you this. 80% of sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. We have the stats. How are we going to get to number 7? We're going to get to number 7 because we're not going to ask them to do anything when we follow up. That's how we're going to get to number 7. Now, the first follow-up, you might say, hey, do you have any questions about that information I sent over? You're just asking them a question. Now, if they don't reply, your next follow-up could be, hey, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I was just stopping by to say hi. That's it. They know you shared something with them, okay? They'll bring it up if they want to, okay? If you want to get people blocking you and rejecting you, then go in and start asking them why they haven't ordered and stuff like that. That'll get you, yeah, that'll get rid of you real quick. So on that third follow-up, say they respond, okay, haven't responded. Now, if somebody's hot or cold with me, and I don't care when they respond, you know why? Because the pipeline's full. I got other people I'm following up with because I got a system, because we're organized and prioritized, and we got a system, and everybody's in it, and they just come up, they just rotate.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do probably on that third one is if they're still not replying, because it's easy to let messages go, right? I'm going to take a trip over to their Facebook page. I'm going to start loving and liking and commenting on their pets and their kids and all their posts, right? I mean, I'm not going to be obnoxious. We don't want to spam them, but they're going to interact with you if you love on their cute picture of their kids, right? Now be genuine, be sincere, give a genuine compliment. Don't go, yeah, I'm not telling you to like be fake. Another good way is their stories, okay? And what I love about story follow-up, we got to get to number 7. Don't forget, we got to get 80% of our sales are going to happen after number 7. So we really don't want to ask them to do anything until we followed up after 7 times. Because stats are on our side, right? Okay. So, so what you're going to do is on the story, you can go in and like and comment on their stories because that's going to put you right back in their messenger, okay? But you're not like just messaging them. So once we get between 7 and 10, now we need to ask for the sale, okay? Ask not, get not, right? So how are we going to do that? Well, when we first talked, you were really super excited, and I'm so happy to get you started on your goals. Are you ready to get started? Okay? When we first talked, you were really saying that you were hurting with your lower back. Are you ready to place that order for the black seed oil? Okay? So we're going to ask for the sale. So that's important too, but we got to get to that higher percentage because if we start asking for that sale and we hadn't developed that trust, we hadn't shown them our character, they hadn't had time to see us showing up in their news feed, feel like they get to know, like, and trust us, then they're not going to open up their wallet and give us their money, right? Okay. So the last thing, I think that's all I had on follow-up. The biggest tip is never ask them to do anything until after number 7. Okay? Unless you're engaging. If they're engaging with you, you can get there way sooner. But
Can you repeat that?
what?
You never asked us to.
We're not going to ask them to do anything until we're in that range where we're getting 80% of people ordering. Yeah. Unless your conversation's going better. If they're engaging with you, by all means, like get the sale sooner.
I just didn't hear the last word. you
Yeah.
said.
So, and then we want to keep, the last thing too I want to say is if you're doing this on Messenger or text, keep it short and sweet. Because, why? Because life happens, okay? People don't always open our messages, right? I mean, how many people message people and they don't open them? Yeah. Because people have lives, you know, the dog's throwing up on the baby, this is happening, whatever. People have, so they, who wants to open a message and look like a jerk? You know, we don't want to open the message and like, oh man, I'm gonna look like a jerk because I didn't reply. So they just don't open it, right? That's an easy out. So we want to keep it short and sweet so they can read it without having to open it. We'll make it easy for them, right? That's why we stop by and say hi, that's it, or whatever, okay? All right, so the last thing I'm gonna touch on here is always create introductions, okay? And this is all just really from Leading with Love relationship marketing approach, okay? All this is. We're gonna always create introductions, not referrals. How many people have asked for a referral, like, hey, if you know anybody who likes coffee, send them my way. Send them my way. Do they come? I mean, how often do you get them? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna create introductions. Because we're gonna take the bull by the horns, it's our business. If you have a customer who's on AutoShip or a customer using a product, that customer is already a raving fan. They're your hottest lead source. We're gonna ask them, hey, do you know anyone else? I know you're doing really good on this Slimmer, Angela. Is there anyone else in your life that I can help? Is there anybody you wanna help? Okay, great. Would it be okay if you just introduced me real quick? Okay, now if you're on Facebook Messenger, and this has helped me a lot, y'all, because you ask for that referral and it never comes, right? Never comes. So, you're gonna get them in a chat, you're gonna get introduced, right? You say, would it be okay if you introduce me real quick so I can provide them with some more information? Now this is another opportunity for you to maybe say, I know you weren't interested in the business when we first talked, but what if I could show you a way to get your product for free? If there's someone else in your family who loves coffee, if you could just introduce me real quick, I could talk to them, and then we could put them in through your link, and you could make the commission, get a little money back. Okay, so it's also another way that you can get someone signed up for the business. So those are basically the six components, and I'm just gonna summarize it all real quick. And how am I doing on time? Am I okay? Okay. I'm probably going too fast. I go fast. I have to slow down. It worked in basketball, but it don't work in talking in front of people. All right. So quick review, right? We want to make sure we have all of our contacts in one place, okay? So just make sure you're organized. Okay, that's tip number one. And then we want to set a daily target for connects. Connects, okay? The only way that we're going to grow our network is to connect with more people. So, you want to reach out to 10 prospects a day, you can literally copy and paste the same message and change the first name. And you can just say something sincere. Like, hey, just stopping by to say hi, thought I'd introduce myself, whatever. Come up with something. Because when you're connecting with 10 new people a day, some of them are going to respond. Not all of them. Okay? Not all of them. But over time, if you're doing this consistently, what do we talk about? Like, consistency is the most important thing. So if you're doing this consistently over time, do you think in maybe 2-3 weeks, you're probably going to have an opportunity to introduce your business or your product? Okay? So that's all we're worried about there. We're just connecting with new people. We're just expanding our network. We're making new friends. Okay? We're trying to put a smile on someone else's face. Okay? It's going to make us feel better too, because it's all about goodwill. We're also going to reach out. So we say 10 prospects. Okay? And then you want to go for how many team members are you going to reach out to every day?
6.
Or, well, customers next, I guess. Team members last. So 6 customers. So say you have 6 people that have already bought from you. Okay. Now some of you, and then 4 team members. Something like that. Okay. That was at 20 a day. So 20 connects. Anybody can do 20 connects a day in a half hour. Like, so easy.
Or less.
So easy. Okay? There's no reason not to do it. How many people have sat down at their desk, like to build on social media, you sit down at your desk and you go, I really need to work my business for the next hour, I'm going to block off the hour, and then you sit down and you're like, oh, where do I start? Like, do you ever feel like who am I going to talk to? So you're never, ever, ever going to have to worry about leads again, where to get leads again. Because you're sitting on a gold mine of leads. All you need to do is reach out and connect. So 10 prospects a day, 6 team members, and 4 customers, or whatever. So if we're doing that consistently, 5 days a week, that should eventually lead you to 3 quality shares. Now remember, we're not going to share unless it's appropriate, because if we water down our shares, we're going to get very disappointing results, and we're just going to get rejected more. That's all there is to it. So share when appropriate, okay? Now when we do that, we're going to get 15 quality shares a week, because eventually you're going to build up to 3 good shares a day. I'm talking about good shares where you've actually established a relationship and they have a want or a need that you can solve. If you're sharing 15 quality times a week, okay, that's about, and that's 5 days a week, would be like 780 quality shares a year. So 780 quality shares a year. Even if only 100 of them ended up on auto ship, how well off would you be out of that many? And all we start with is a simple message that's non-threatening, and we're building that relationship. Okay. All right, number 3. Of course, we're following up like a pro. We went over that. Number 4, we're getting introductions, intros, not referrals. And number 5, we're tracking everything. This is important. We're tracking everything and everyone so that nobody falls through the cracks. I can't tell you how many people that I just didn't follow up on because I just forgot where they were or something. So if you have a system, if you really want to level up and go to the next level, I recommend getting a system and putting all your people in one place and knowing where you are with each person and being professional about your business. So then when you sit down and you want to do a power hour, you sit down and you knock out those connects, okay? And then you spend the second half of your hour following up, okay? And maybe sharing to your page or your story or whatever, liking and commenting on other people's stuff. All that raises your social media algorithm. Now, if you're new, you may not have customers, you may not have team members yet. That's okay. Double this number, 20 a day, okay? Reach out to 20 new people a day. At some point, you're going to start getting customers and team members, and then it's very important to nurture those relationships. We need to be reaching out to our team and saying, Alicia, I'm so proud of you. You're 4K now. Woo! Good job! Woo! Okay. Congratulations on your latest rank. Okay? Woo! But we need to appreciate our team. Okay? We want them to stay. We need to stay in touch with them. We need to let them know we love them, we care about them. Okay? All right. That's really all I have. I really hope that I provided some value, and somebody's got their hand up way back there.
So do you think it's a benefit to give for free a sample of a product?
Absolutely. That's part of providing value is, when you get to know someone's pain, then, and you know they need something, we can offer that gift card, we can offer a free sample, and that is a goodwill deposit. So I'm glad you brought that up.
These
Veronica.
are perfect for that.
Yeah, the little sachets. Because those are deposit. Remember, prospects, you can't withdraw from an empty bank account. So make that deposit. And then I promise you, it'll come. Okay? So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.